So you have covered a good half of our content to this day. I want to touch really quickly on the Cell project. We are going to spend some time, instead of reviewing what we've talked about as far as active and passive transport, I know some of you were going to pair up and do that. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that today. I have some breakout rooms. You're going to be able to move into breakout rooms. If you're doing it individually, that's fine. You may go in, stay in the room. I'd like you to stay in the room and work with, I think maybe Sully, it was Jonathan. And be able to work on those individually and stay in class. So I'm going to give you time to do that today. However, I have had some already turned in. If you are that person that's already turned it in and gotten a great grade or review, you then are able to leave. Now, there's only a few of you that have that turned in. So don't take that as permission to leave and pretend that I don't know who you are. I do want to say this. I have a couple of you I want to talk to specifically. Is Nathaniel in here? Nathaniel, are you in here? Looking through. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Nathaniel, we'll talk one-on-one about yours that I had a question about. But I also, this is, I think it was several of you mentioned when we did the project that you're like, do we have to? I don't listen to music that much. I would like to just preface all of our projects with this and say, let me ask a question instead. Mrs. Schaefer, have you ever done anything in your life that you've not wanted to do, like for school or in your job? Have you ever had to do something that you didn't like?
Almost every day.
All right.
For my family every day.
Yeah. Have any of you had to do that for other classes? Okay, so we're going to learn a life skill in biology today. There are things that Ms. Schaefer does. There are things that I do. There are a lot of things I love to do about teaching. Okay, but yes, this is the Cell Music Project. There are also some things that I have to do daily that I don't like to do. So I understand and I respect if you aren't excited about this project. I respect that. Everyone does not have to love it. Everyone has to do it. Now, if Ms. Schaefer had to do something and turn it in to our principal, or let's say me and Ms. Schaefer and I decided we don't like what we have to do for staff meeting. So we're gonna just put a bunch of bull crap on this form. All right. We're not gonna fill it out. We're like just gonna kind of put some smart butt answers on it. What do you think would happen to Ms. Schaefer and I if we turned that in to our principal? A form with a bunch of baloney on it. Yeah, we would lose our jobs. You know, they probably wouldn't even mess with yelling at us, to be honest. They wouldn't.
They might ask us some questions.
Yeah, they don't, like, they know what we put on those responses were not legit, right? They got the drift. And I am a very sweet person. And I feel like I try to make our class fun. I try to not be whatever. I'm just going to be really honest. This is a tough love conversation with all of you in this room, and it may not be any of you, but I am going to be completely honest. I don't want to see nonsense answers in your project just because you don't like it.
Mrs. Rivenhouse?
Can we wait 1 second, Jonathan?
Okay.
I don't get up on a soapbox very much, but I am feeling the fire this morning. I am a little bit frustrated with some things that I have seen so far, and I'm not going to tolerate. I am not going to tolerate answers. This is something that you're going to have to step up if you don't like, and this is how it works in a professional world, right? You have to step up and do the job and do it as professionally as possible, or else it's a 0. Like, it's a hard 0 from me. I don't care if you give me the correct organelle and the correct job. If you don't give me a legitimate song and a legitimate artist, you're getting a 0. And I'm going to be calling your parent. All right? I do not ask you to do a lot of projects in biology. So when I ask you to give me this much, more than a quiz or a test, I expect you to step up to the plate, okay?
I was about to say something about the project. Do you want us to do it today?
Yes, Jonathan, I'm going to give you some time today to work on your project in class because I know some of you are working on it as partners. So we're going to do that in class because I know you don't have that opportunity and space to do that a lot of times outside of class.
I want to work with Sully Barber.
Okay, I think she volunteered to do that with you too. And I've got breakout rooms ready to go. I just need like a green check, red X, that you all understand that I know that you might not love this, but that we can use Google and we can come up with 6 songs that are semi-relatable and we can do this professionally, right?
And I know it's not my favorite, but I do have a few favorite songs that I have planned. Are we allowed to use your examples or something that we will put in, or just our own?
Nope, you're going to come up with your own examples, and Sully's going to help you with that, okay?
Okay.
I've got a couple of red X's going on it. Did we accidentally hit red X's, or is there something I can pull us into breakout rooms and we can discuss the project?
All right.
Hold on one second, Jonathan.
Okay.
There's a couple red X's that I'm hoping were either misclicks, or I can just pull you into breakout rooms and we can try to discuss the project. All right. I don't see anything in chat, so I am going to pull a couple of you into a breakout room and we can see what's going on. All right. Yep, you can write on the Word doc. You can put it into PowerPoint. Okay. Yes, songs that match up with the jobs. All right. And if you don't know, just put songs about energy, songs about control, songs about whatever. Okay.
You can use YouTube as well. There's like a million songs on YouTube. So just say like a song about control and then you'll get a list.
Yep.
You know, it's that easy. It really is. So
it doesn't have to be a song that you're making up, right? Like, I am not asking you to write songs about these.
Right.
Yes, you may. I'm going to take a quick couple of screenshots here of some individuals that I might need to pull. I'm going to pull a few people, Mrs. Schaefer, if you don't mind just helping with maybe any questions that come up about the project.
Yep, that's fine. So you'll find the Word doc in your classroom. When is it due? When is it?
It's due when the Unit 3 test is due, and I can pull up that calendar here in a minute. It may be like next week, the 22nd. Where's that?
So if you want to go to a breakout room with your partner, you can do that. If you've already turned it in for a grade, you are free to go unless you have other questions, or if you want to stick around and help, that's fine too. But it's your time to get it done. Yep, there's only 10. Bye, Lizzie. Bye, Sam. So if you have questions, hang out. If you want to help, that's fine. But anybody that's in here, you have no excuse to not get it done now. So just think about the jobs of the cells. Type that into Google or type it into Google or YouTube, and you'll get a list of songs.
Hey, Zoe, do you want to come in the breakout room with me? I could talk more there, so we could work on the project together. I could choose the songs, and we both could decide which one describes the cells parts of it. Would it work with you? All right, room 6 coming up.
If anyone is looking for a partner, put that in chat. Maybe someone else is looking for a partner too. If you want to work with a partner, you don't have to. You can do it on your own. You are welcome. So Kaylee, you'll just submit it into the Dropbox when you're finished. So let's see. There's 6 breakout rooms, so it should be enough. Draven, if you wanted to work with a partner, we could see if anyone wanted to work together. No problem. That's fine. I know you don't get many times to work together, so it's kind of awkward if you don't know anybody, and sometimes it's just easier to do things on your own too. So that's fine. If you have questions, I can help you. You're welcome, Cordelia. If you have questions, that's what I'm here for. If you want to go to a breakout room, that's fine. Does anybody have a question on how to complete the project? And it doesn't have to be, like, we know that it might not be completely a clean song, so make sure you kind of search clean version if you're looking at those, so it's school appropriate. Sure, Paul. You can use Bill Nye songs. That is fine. We just want to make sure you know that you don't have to write your own song. There's songs that already exist. So any song you find, even if it's, I think I saw somebody use like a Sesame Street song because Sesame Street did something about cells. Draven, let me see if I can share this with you. Hold on a second. So when you cell organelles, let me see. I'm going to copy this and paste it to you. The 22nd is when it's due, Rachel. All right, Draven, I'm putting a link here. You don't have to do all of those organelles. The ones we've talked about, like the plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles. So the ones we've talked about, so you won't need all of the ones on that sheet. Cool. Okay, sounds good. So we're going to do this song on, okay, hold on. I'm catching up with questions. Some of the same organelles that were in the example, as long as they use a different song. Yes, Josie, you can use a different song, same example. Isaiah, just the cell parts. So I just put a link in chat that has cell parts. Let's see. I lost it. I will put it to you in chat. That'll help you with the cell parts. You don't need to do all those. There's 10. So it's plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, ribosomes, and vacuoles. I believe those are the 10. So you have to know what the cell job is. In the website I put in here, it also has their function. So like if you go to mitochondria, it says powerhouse of the cell. So you can go to Google and then click in songs about power, songs about a powerhouse, however you want to word that. And then words or songs will come up. Okay, so we did that one. And then if you click on, let's say, nucleus, the nucleus we know is like the brain of a cell, right? So it's, there's a lot of ads on this page, so it's annoying. Sorry. But the structure, the function is it contains all information and controls cell growth. So you could go into YouTube or Google and say, what's a song about control? Miranda, you don't have to. I would just make sure it's a clean version, not like a rap, a lot of cussing. Like some rap is not cussing, but you know what I mean. Just make sure it's clean. Let's try another one. So we did nucleus, we did mitochondria. Let's see about trying to click on different ones so I can show you. Cell parts and functions. So you can just Google cell parts and functions as well. This is a really good site. I'm going to put this one in here. This is Khan Academy. This is a good resource as well. So the cell membrane, separates the inside and outside of the cell, controls what goes in and out. Kind of like a gate, right? So the cell membrane is kind of like a gate or a door. So you could Google songs about gates, songs about doors, songs about, so anything like that would be good. Yes, Draven, I really like Khan Academy. I wish I would have found that site first. So Khan Academy is a better site. It's a lot less ads, and it just has it right there for you. Right when if you click the link that I just put in, it has a cell part. It's a lot better website. Yes. Oh, good. An ad blocker is nice. Yeah, so your band name, you are making that up. It doesn't just, creative. It doesn't have to be, I don't know. You're going to be creative with it to make your own band name. Paul, you have to have a different song for every part. So you won't be able to use the same song for two. Robbie, same thing. So you can only use one song per cell part. If that makes sense. Definitely use the one I just put in there. Let's see, what else can we look at? But any of the cell parts, you just type in what their job is. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance containing cell parts. So you would go to Google or YouTube and type in songs about jelly. One of my favorites is that peanut butter and jelly song. Peanut butter, and jelly. It doesn't have to be like a top 20 song or something. It can be obscure. We just have to be able to find it and make sure it's legit. Hopefully it's making more sense. Addie, let me see. Let me go to your classroom real quick. My computer moves super slow when I'm in Neuro, so give me just a second. Go to classroom. Okay, so go to your classroom and go to content. And then it's in Unit 3. It's in Unit 3 and your content. In your classroom. Hopefully you can find it there. If you're still not finding, I can try to share my screen. So sorry, my throat is really not doing well today. So Cordelia, for knowing a song relates to it that way, I would just say because the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, the song about power relates to how mitochondria work. It doesn't have to be like a paragraph reason. Yeah, sure. Nope, Grace, you're good to go. So if you have submitted this assignment, and you don't have any questions on anything, I can help with anything while we're here. But if you don't have any questions, you're free to go. All right, James, see ya. Bye, Grace. So we have about 15 minutes left. Yes, Miranda, but the explanation can be as simple as the nucleus is the brain of the cell. So I chose a song that talks about the brain, or I chose, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So this song has to do with power. It can be that easy. So it doesn't have to be a paragraph. We just wanted you to know that you understand what the cell function is. So if you understand what the cell function is, that's why you search for a specific song, and that's why the song came up. That's all we need. I'm going to hop in this breakout room real quick. I think somebody has a question in there. I'll be right back. how's everybody doing? Any more questions? So keep working on those projects. Let me know if you have questions. Nope, Addie, they can be from any band, any album, any song in the world. It doesn't have to be all from the same. Good, Darian.